Let's sneak.
Yes.
Sneaking is mind again. You are working toward your strengths.
And I wrote sneaky on attributes.
Oh, you did. Okay. Well, in that case, we are up against good, but that turns it into typical. So that means you have 6+. And you make it. Okay. And so you have, hedgehoggy, hedgehog fashion, poked out your nose from behind, in an area where nobody is looking, and you are close enough to hear. How about the two of you? What will you do?
I'm going to position myself so I can shoot without endangering, what's your name?
Spiky.
Without endangering Spiky, who's in front of us, I guess.
Okay, so you are creeping around in a wider
I'm just going
range.
to find myself a position where I'm in cover and they are not, basically.
Aha, okay.
Um, I'm gonna hide behind the rocks.
Okay, as well. Well, I think you have a similar task. Do you have any attributes that will help you?
Hiding? No.
Okay, so 7. Oh no, not again. Okay, we'll get to you in just a moment. You know, your 3 rolls there are, yeah. And also it was not, that one was not a risky roll. There was no danger to you, so you're not going to take help or anything like that. So this is not nebulonic radiation after all. So what will happen, technically I'm supposed to tell you before you roll that there is a risk of injury. But I think it was obvious.
Yes.
In this case, before we see the consequences, we're going to see what happens with what you hear. And one of the goons has asked, isn't that burglar taking forever? Can we trust that guy? And Gandolfino says, well, you see, the good-hearted rat people have a long history of trustworthiness, gullibility, loyalty to an authority figure, very law-abiding people. And
law-abiding thieves.
And the goons are all nodding. And he goes on talking about how that we merely wait, for the information to come back when he returns. One of the thugs is saying, but I'm cold. So that's what you hear. Let's make one more thing. You're going to have to make a, there it is. Yes. Oh God. You're going to have to face an excellent target with your mind. And I don't think you have any attributes that are going to help you in this case.
Point.
Okay, is anybody going to ask for testing some luck? No?
Wait, if we ask for testing luck, there was a situation where he still...
If he fails, then you get an attention star. And you can't use your luck. And but if he succeeds, then you lose an attention star. And you can proceed, not an attention star, a luck point, sorry, not stars. And then if you successfully test your luck, then you can proceed and use your luck as planned.
Just for the fun of it, and because we never did it so far.
Well, we did it once, but go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, but we backed on that one, didn't we?
I'll show you later. Right now, let's do.
Okay, I'm going to do it.
Okay, don't check off anything. You are going to. All you are saying is, I'm making you test your luck. Now you have to roll a d6, and I can't remember. I don't think it matters. But the point is, you have spent 3 luck, correct?
Yes.
So what you need to do, if you roll 3 or less, then you have succeeded on a single d6.
Or less. 3 or less.
Yes. So you will gain a luck point.
So I can.
Exactly. And you cannot use your luck. In fact, wait, I even take it back. You don't have to spend your luck, right? You keep your luck, but you now narrate how terribly the Spiky fails.
Yeah.
So
Eric did this to Spiky last time.
Oh, you did
That's-
this last time as well.
No, Helma did, but Eric did.
Okay. Eric did.
Right.
Yeah.
So you have been hit. They've been picking on you.
Yeah. Why do you always
I
pick
didn't
on me?
remember.
Because you keep succeeding and getting attention stars for your stupid,
No,
cute little hedgehog
that
tricks.
was the first time I ever got an attention star.
Okay. Yeah, someone else seems to be creeping along there, right? Okay, so therefore, so now you describe the terrible failure. Oh, I will explain. The problem with this roll is that the story will draw her in, and she will become as fascinated by Gandolfino's backstory explanations and world building, expositions. So
she gets closer and closer and leaves her cover,
Yeah.
and then one of the goons points.
well, that's the goons is okay. Go ahead. Sorry. Yeah.
Points at her, and that's. Can I leave it open?
Yes, but we already have the goons noticing Geika, but because
Yes, but now they know that.
now they know. Right. Okay. Good enough. Good enough. Yeah. Because, and I'll help a little bit, because your mouth is open with wonder. There you are, captivated by the story and exposed, and at that point now, of course, we have you also, clanking about up there, and perhaps your technological capacity, your technological abilities are not well suited for this outdoors kind of situation, and rock cracks off and tumbles down and lands next to Gandolfino and shatters, and everybody looks up, and there you are.
Okay. Let me see.
And at which point another goon says, "Oh, look, there's another one." You're right there.
So I am going to try to trick them in believing we are far more than two.
Mm.
So I'm going to use my pistols
Mhm.
to shoot at the goons, and also I'm going to. I know that it doesn't give me more points off here, but I'm going to talk to them and telling them they all should drop their guns, or because they are surrounded.
I think mean as a rattlesnake if you were going to be like particularly, nasty about it.
Yeah. I'm basically telling them they don't have a chance in the world and they should drop their guns.
This is a spunk attack.
Yeah.
Very much. So you will be.
So I'm using my shooting irons or irons, and I'm mean as a rattlesnake in declaring them.
Well,
for my irons.
you are strategizing quite nicely because their minds are poor. And that means, and so you have a good against poor, which is 5+, and so that is 2 things. That's going to drop it to 4+, 3 or higher.
That's a 4.
No attention star. Good.
No?
Yeah. All you needed is 7 for an attention star. But yes, they all go into a big defensive deployment as if attacked by a whole lot of people. So that means that they will not concentrate all of their shooting on you, for example. And I believe we go in order of mind for combat. So,
really poor.
So a fight has begun. Perhaps a fight was not exactly where you were intending, but you are in one now. So
Sorry.
I'm going to say that you're not going to get much of a mind advantage at this moment.
Yeah.
You've been stunned.
Yeah.
Uh, where I am right now?
You are up on the hill, up on the rock slide,
Oh,
right? Under with the loose rocks and things like that. And you are kind of totally, you're a sitting duck, basically, for being
I
a
want to use my grappling hook to get on the nearest ledge, rock ledge.
I would say that's what a grappling hook could do. So that's going to be typical. So, aha, a 9, and that's a typical on typical. Okay, so you succeeded with 2. So, therefore, you have swung to a more defended position. So that's pretty good. And
I'm going to be last, right? My mind is poor.
yeah, well, you're going to go in front of the goons, and it's Gandolfino's move. What shall he do? Ah, okay. Everybody, your spunk against excellent. Everyone has to roll. And so, okay.
Poor against
Wait, let's
excellent.
see. Your spunk is
Typical.
typical, and so then it was against excellent. So you needed to get a 9, and that's what, and you got an 8. Okay, and you?
I need to get 10.
And you do not. Oh, and by the way, you miss it by 2. And no damage.
No.
I'm going to use luck.
Okay, unless
Oh,
somebody
extra
wants to
dice.
make her test her luck. No. Okay.
Not the right time for that.
So 4,
Oh, no.
8.
And you have a spunk of good
Yes.
against excellent 8. You are the only one who is not impressed by Gandolfino's commanding voice as he stands to his full height, taller than all of you, with his beard seeming almost to fluff out with presence. And he says, "Stop! You must know the full story before we fight needlessly."
Sure, tell me.
Exactly. and you are at least, kind of
Yeah.
willing to listen anyway. I mean,
Yeah.
you may not be
Yes,
having it. We will see. Yeah.
So I'm like, if you guys drop the weapons, I may want to listen to you, old man.
And so for you, it is now your spunk attack on them collectively. We'll see how it goes for you. No.
9.
Okay,
Nice.
so against the goons, you have a good, right?
Mm-hmm.
So against the goons, you succeed with
With 1.
The one with 1, and you do succeed against him by getting a 9 or an 8. So therefore, they look at each other, and Gandolfino says, he counts and says, "This will bring us back up to our number. This is fate. They and we have now restored the brotherhood." So I can see eyebrows raised around all of the characters, Okay. So at least, so they do lower their weapons.
So you were gonna tell us the full story?
Does anybody want to? Oh, well then, said Gandolfino, if you're interested.
Yes.
Continue. What your responses to that? Do you want to stay up on the hill, or do you want to come down? That's up to you.
Well, if others are right around, yeah, I'll come down.
Okay.
I am actually going to fire off a question. You traveled with a friend of us. Where is he?
The goons all immediately begin complaining about Jack's habits. And scurrilous
Broad
lies.
smile.
Yeah, the scurrilous lies, of course, all of it. About his various manly habits of life and any number of things. So yes, with a broad smile in response, and then and Gandolfino says, "Our burglar, our noble friend, our burglar, who has saved us many times in moments of peril, has undertaken the supreme risk of spying on Smug. Will be returning with the secrets of his lair and of his treasures, so that we may come upon him and take him unawares."
Yeah. Well, actually, I think that we should accompany him on that mission. I think he could use some assistance, actually.
Gandolfino says, "Well, it makes more sense that the Brotherhood will remain here and benefit from his bravery." The goons agree. This sounds good to them. One of them says, "That's the whole point."
Yeah, well, if you have spikes, that's an exception, you know. Then you get assigned specific tasks in the Brotherhood. If you have spikes, like I do.
The way I'm looking at this is that you have pretty much done what you needed to in terms of presence on these guys. The Calamity. I mean, whatever it is, you're babbling nonsense, but Calamity is
Okay,
like
yeah.
her attack is sort of staying with us.
Yeah.
So therefore they're inclined. They may Gandolfino may protest slightly that this is not quite proper, but the goons are getting cold. It becomes evident that they have been sitting there listening to him for hours. Somebody even says, "Well, how did that go on so long? I'm cold," So they're kind of complaining. So do you guys want to go and follow Jack to the
Yes.
lair of Smug?
Yes.
Absolutely. I want to see them.